If you want me to explain those things, it will take more time. Can you post this in the chat, Rakesh? What, Naveen? Can you post this in the chat from deployment process? Yeah, definitely, I'll talk about it. I'll post it. Okay, so you want me to explain GitHub and all, Rakesh? I don't know. If time permits, you can. You guys want me to. So already I have mentioned here, right? Some repository. Yeah. This repository and branch. So this is like you have to use some other tool like Apache. Isn't, I think, the tool name. So you can use that tool name to have the same repository in your local system. Using that, you can build something. The number of things are there. If it is a real-time product, we will be using some other tool called GitHub. So in that, all repository file will be there. You can make some changes directly into that. That's a different scenario. No need to get into that. So this is how the deployment process is going to happen. So here we have talked about Jenkins tool. So to build a WAR file automatically, no need to mention some custom commands, something like that. So in that scenario, we can use the Jenkins. Now another scenario where the deployment no need to replace, no need to take a backup of any files, no need to start the Tomcat services, no need to stop the Tomcat services. If you want to avoid those manual interaction, what you can do, client will use some deployment of the tools like Urban Code Deploy. And some other tool will be there. These are the application. What you can do, you can log into this portal. Just click on Start, that's enough. And you have to select the environment, which environment you are going to make the changes. Login into this portal. Select environment, or which environment you are going to do the deployment. Let me mention production. So what it will do, this Urban Code Deploy, already integrated with just Jenkins. So from Jenkins, you have to log in, you have to build a WAR file. Just click on the Build a WAR file button, Build Now. It will build the WAR file. And already Urban Code Deploy integrated with Jenkins, so no need to do this. Just log in into this portal. Select the environment which you are going to do the deployment. And click on Start Something. So it will do the deployment automatically. So no need to do these manual changes like take a backup of the file, replace the WAR file. It's not required anymore. So important one is this one major and minor deployment. If there is no Java class or some other files you are going to import in your SailPoint environment, no need to replace the WAR file. Okay, because each and every activity, if they are not clear what they will do as part of deployment, they will replace the WAR file. It's not required. So if you are going to deal with only rules, workflows, some other XML object, no need to replace the WAR file. Just import into IIT console, that's enough. Just a minute. I'll cover this. I'll show one custom rule, how we can create custom tasks. I have already taken custom rule and report. Quickly, I'll cover this one. So already have a code for report. I've got it. So this report will involve in the deployment also. So I'll talk about this report. Whenever the post install, validation is going to happen. So usually we'll try to submit the access request and we'll try to test the application connectivity status. So the report, it's similar to this activity. So we'll talk about the custom report as well. And I'll talk about this capability. What is capability? So how we can control user SailPoint functionality using this capability. And I'll talk about this form.